Hey everyone, Action here. In this video we'll be feeding our 10 behemoths, making them bigger, stronger, deadlier to face the ultimate enemy, the Elder Voidspawn. But it's not gonna be an easy fight, especially since turns out it is pretty hard to maintain all these hungry behemoths roaming around. On top of that, our class 4 behemoth demands a constant influx of pops, like more than 1000 per month, leaving some of our planets empty husks. And if you're enjoying this, join our navy and help us build something greater. High Command has called for 2,500 new commanders to be enlisted, and your skills and leadership are vital to our mission of defending the universe. Now the galaxy declared this the crisis, but I don't think they understand what they just did. So because we have 10 behemoths, these guys wanna feed on everyone else, and thankfully for us, we are at war with basically everyone. So there are a lot of meat potential for them, and they should be satisfied because they are working so hard to maintain our empire strong. We do have our class 4 behemoth, that has almost 8 million fleet power. So yeah, I think this guy alone has more fleet power than the entire galaxy. So I don't even know how they're gonna win this war. Yeah, poor Federation fleet. Just got destroyed. Now the bad part is that we are gonna basically claim all the systems in the galaxy, and that will have our empire sprawl, which is already pretty high, at like insane levels. I'm sending one of our small behemoths to feed on the dimensional horror. Let's see if we can eat a black hole, the horror in the void. Who's stronger, a class 1 behemoth or the eldritch horror? So far our behemoth is turbo stomping the horror. It's not even close. But I think that in lore, the Eldritch Horror is like what we are seeing here is just a finger of something like that. So it's just a small part of it. Alright, easy win.
Spaceport under attack.
Let's have our population on extended shifts and also activate our farming subsidies, because we are losing way too much food, and since we were kicked out from the galactic community, it means we can only buy from our internal market, which is kinda expensive. Let's eat a planet. Chop chop. Yeah. Tasty, isn't it? Our class 4 behemoth has 4 million armor points. That's kinda ridiculous. Alright, a challenge answered. So it seems that the Voidspawn is coming for us and it is hunting our beloved behemoth. And right now we have no way of killing it. We need to make our class 4 behemoth a little bit stronger so it can take the Voidspawn on a one-on-one. So we can run, but we cannot hide. Where is it? There it is, on the function system. Wow, now that's cool. It has its own effects. But it is a lot smaller than our class 4 behemoth. Not a lot smaller, but definitely smaller than the behemoth. It's gonna be a tough battle. We have a scientist very close there. Can we activate the cloaking and get close to it? Let's see if our brave scientist can do it. Alright, let's select a mutation for our behemoth. Our class 4 behemoth gains jump drive, void swimmer, wow, what? 300% sublight speed, more tracking, or more cloaking, oh boy. Imagine a cloaked dragon. Nah. What is this? How can we cloak a dragon that is the size of a solar system? But I think the jump drive is better though. Now I think the Voidspawn is coming for our smaller behemoths, unfortunately. So let's retreat them a little bit. Alright, we could try to launch the gravity snare on the Voidspawn, but it doesn't work apparently. Now that would be fun. And the Fallen Empire decided to declare war on us as well. I think we gotta retreat our behemoths a little bit more, because they have a 1 million fleet power and also a Titan. I don't recall the Fallen Empires being that strong, to be honest. Alright, now we have another class 2 behemoth that has grown with all these feasting. So hopefully, very soon we should have a fleet comprised of 10 Class 3 Behemoths, and the galaxy will be consumed. But our only problem right now is the food consumption that is tremendously high. Another mutation for us. Our class 4 behemoth gains 250,000 hull points. Okay. It gains half of this, but 25% armor hardening, or a little bit of shield and shield hardening. Now, our behemoth does not have a single bit of shields, so I think it would be wise for it to have at least a little bit. Now, in this patch, I really don't know what is giving us all the productivity, because in the previous patch we could look at how much resources our pups were making, but now it's kinda weird. I don't know if you guys are getting the same opinion though. Oh boy, the Fallen Empire surprised one of our behemoths. A 500k against our little guy here. No, we can retreat within 10 days, so we should be fine. Alright, please survive. Alright, it did. Fantastic. Oh, but we caught their fleet retreating. So 2 small behemoths against the Fallen Empire fleet. However, they are, in terms of fleet power that is stronger than us. So let's see if we can do something regarding the growing pains. Now, the digestion increases our situation progress, but greatly reduces our ship fire rate. We could go for fight, at least for now. That would increase our ship fire rate and armor hardening. So let's see our fleet power after we shift. Yeah, it didn't increase that much, but it is an increase after all. Perhaps with this we can stand a better chance at winning this engagement. So we are almost losing one behemoth. Let's retreat it. Alright, it survived the retreat. And now it is only one guy against the Fallen Empire fleet. However, they are doing so much damage through their strike crafts that are pretty stacked up since the fight's taking so long. But they retreated as well. Nice. Another mutation for our beast. We can either have shield penetration, armor penetration, or tracking and point defense fire rate. Now, I think that point defense fire rate and tracking is pretty useless, but since our weapons, like the large weapons at least, they deal most damage against armor and hull, I think it's better for us to have some shield penetration to maximize our output. We also recovered our food production, but all of our other resources are on the negative. And we have finished all traditions, and for our last Ascension perk, we will have the Mastery of Nature. Now the reason for that is I want to expand my districts on the planets. This way we can have more food production. And let's see if it works for the ring world. If I remember correctly, before it didn't. Let's see if it changed now. Nope, it doesn't work as well. Thankfully, because it would be very interesting to see a Mastery of Nature increasing the districts of an artificial planet. And since we are destroying so many planets, we have collected a lot of specimens so far. One empire has been completely consumed by our class 4 behemoth. We basically ate all of their planets. Look at him, how happy he is. Another mutation for us, we can have the gravity poles, which will suffer 90% sublight speed reduction and minus 50 evasion for 30 days. Destroy them from afar. That will deal 12k damage to the largest hostile military ship in the system. Yeah, this one is not very good, because it's only a single target, and 12,000, well, let's say that our T-slot weapons already deals 12k. And that is only a class 2 behemoth. Our class 4 behemoth has like, what, 5 of these? So yeah, not very good. And we strategically dismember them. Deal 60% damage to every ship in the largest hostile military fleet in the system. This one is much better, much better. Because I don't think that there is a cap for the damage. So if they just have, what, like one big dragon, let's say a void spawn, and we activate it, it would probably deal 60% of its health right away. Another mutation, we can have 50 damage reduction, which is kinda useless to be honest. 15% armor and shield hardening, or 25% damage reduction. Now this percentage is a lot better, or 15% daily hull regen. This is tough. I think that the damage reduction will be better, because that is basically multiplicative with our already defensive slots. And 15% daily hull regen is kinda good, but most of our defensive slots comes from armor still, so yeah, let's go for the damage reduction. Oh, this behemoth was 1 point away from growing. Okay, now that's not very lucky. Another mutation, and this one seems kinda broken. Hear me out. It repairs 30% hull and armor points for every biological ship in the system. Now considering we are so tanky and we have our damage reduction, we are basically gonna repair everything. And the cooldown is only 180 days, so theoretically this basically makes our behemoth immortal if someone can't deal enough damage. The Fallen Empire has a fleet inside our borders. I think I forgot to defend our L gate and they utilize it to sneakily attack us. Well, they're gonna regret it very soon. Although we don't necessarily have any behemoth in our systems right now, we do have an 800k fleet power sitting around. And the Fallen Empires have awakened. Alright, where are you? Right on the other side of the galaxy. Alright. Our economy is being crushed and I have no idea why. Literally, I have no idea. Like, we had a lot of civilians and I changed the civilians around to improve our job output. Maybe that has to do something with it, but I'm not sure. Oh, I think I know what's causing this. So our class 4 behemoth is basically eating all of our pops from the capital, and it is reducing our worker jobs available there. Now I see. How are they equivalent to us in terms of fleet power? We have a 5 million class 4 behemoth and several other behemoths with almost 1 million. Man, I really think they buffed the Fallen Empires in this patch. What? Look at how many red dots there are in the galaxy right now. It's not easy doing a galaxy-wide war in this patch, at least. Like, things are looking so weird. Especially the economy. I can't make sense of the numbers. One of our beasts has fallen. What? Where? Oh, we lost here defending the Owl Gate. No. Let's send a 1 million behemoth to avenge their little brother. And a shout out to our first founding admirals. Their financial and strategical support are fueling the non-stop expansion of our armada, and they shall be forever remembered. Want your name in our legacy? Hit that join button and become a part of our great empire. Founder members are only available until the end of this month and will have exclusive benefits the bigger our empire gets, so your early devotion will be greatly rewarded. I mean, we really need to finish up this situation because our economy is not handling it at all. Another mutation for us. Ship fire rate, less hull regen, that's not good, and more ship fire rate. I think we're gonna go with the safer option. Let's see if our space dragon can eat the gargantua sphere. Alright, it can. Not eat precisely, but destroy. I think it is not that big. It would choke on the Technosphere. I don't know if it's Technosphere, the name of it, but it's something sphere. Let's start growing another class 3 behemoth. Right now we only have one class 1 behemoth, all of them are already at level 2 at least. Oops, another empire is gone. And we are almost finishing up the growing pain situation, and after that we'll be going against the void spawn. Alright, now we have our final perk. Unlocks the Behemoth action Thermoclastic War. Deals devastating damage to all fleets and colonies in the system and costs 25,000 food. Now with this perk we can go against the void spawn, which I believe it was here, yeah, right here on the Vernier system. But we gotta reach there before our economy crashes, otherwise there won't be much of an empire left. There it is, our second class 3 behemoth. We have 2 of these bad boys at this point, and I'm gonna gather all the behemoths to fight the void spawn. Now the void spawn is in for a treat, I'm gonna tell you that. Hey buddy, since you are already there, why not eat the Stellarite Devourer that is sitting nearby? It is running away. Smart Stellarite. It stands no chance against our behemoth. I think the jellyfish is not something that would fill up your belly, let alone the belly of a behemoth. Look at all the fellas together, just waiting for 2 more of their little brothers to join. There they are. Okay. I think that the class 4 behemoth is only slightly larger than the class 3. Yeah, just a little bit. And we have all of our behemoths together to fight the Elder Void Spawn. We unfortunately lost 2 behemoths along the way. They were weak and couldn't survive the nature of this universe. Now, I really don't think the Void Spawn knows what's coming for him. Like, just end Space Dragons. I think we're gonna one-shot this beast. But let's see. The final battle, fellas.
Spaceport under attack.
Alright.
Enemy fleet.
Can we activate the devastating damage? And let's activate everything. Not even close, man. Everyone is just full HP. Fantastic. Oh, they're just... well, that's weird.
Station under attack.
Get out of him! You're doing nasty things to the void spawn. That was not supposed to happen. The Elder Spawn killed one of our behemoths. No. This little fella here died. No. Now we got the Void Slayer modifier that increases our ship fire rate and also the damage reduction. Fantastic. So yeah everyone, I think this concludes our Behemoth playthrough. We have done so much in this playthrough and learned a lot from the new Crisis Path. I want to know your guys' opinion. Did you enjoy this Crisis? Or would you somehow prefer, let's say, the Cosmogenesis or even the Nemesis? Let me know in the comments down below. And for our next playthrough, I'm gonna try to be a little more cautious about our economy because, well, this one wasn't very good. Just look at how many resources we are losing. And who insulted us? I'm not even gonna waste my time speaking to you. Yeah, now the Apex Void form, the last obstacles have been swept aside and the transference is almost over. When it is done, we shall no longer merely exist, we shall thrive. So we'll win the game in 30 days either way, and let's win the game. The Ornament Republic won the game with 66-069 score. Thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you guys next time.